Alright, I'm gonna clean the glass I got yesterday. And I wanted to show you, I use worn out dry bags as collection bags, so they're no longer watertight, but they're still completely intact and no reason to toss them. That particular location often produces kitchen and bathroom tiles, and this one's a really beautiful shade of light blue. It's gorgeous. Haha, look at that one. You know, I actually picked this one up and put it back down in one of those videos. And then when I came by, I picked it up again and I realized that's not a piece of seagrass. That's actually a stripe on the pottery. So then I took it. Now I'm left with a little bit of sand and some organic matter. Pour the organic matter off, and after I rinse this 3 or 4 times, I'll pour what's left of the sand into the tumbler that I used to polish the shells. Now the glass goes through a second stage of washing. This is one of the canisters for the tumbling. My husband and son love that they have to live with sea glass and tumblers all over the kitchen. You can imagine. Okay, now we go through a second sorting process. This is all really highly rated glass. I put most of this in the A jewelry quality. That particular location produces a lot of really good glass. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. It's actually a very modest amount, but I only collect there once or twice a year because it takes a long time for the glass to get finished, and I left a lot of glass that was not finished. What I'm doing here is looking for pieces that are not quite finished, which inevitably I always pick up some by accident. Or if there's pieces that have algae growth that won't come off with just plain soap and water, those have to go through an additional step of cleaning. You could, this one's gorgeous. You could cut this and make it into a pendant or something. It's gorgeous, but it needs an extra step, an extra cleaning step. The older it is, the more likely it is to have algae. That's the rule there. Wow, look at the pattern on that one. Those fell in there by accident. Let's pay attention to what I was doing. These are literally for the tumbler. Polish them in the tumbler, and I'm going to learn how to cut cabochon, and I'm going to use these as my practice rocks. Here's another lip. That'll go on a sun catcher. It's a really nice. Oh, look, here's another piece of tiny bottle. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I picked up a tiny shell by accident. Oh, it's so cute. Another lip. I think this is a piece of plastic. I think it's plastic. It was a good color. It's probably why I picked it up, but I'm glad if it's plastic because I'm going to toss it, of course. All right. Another escapee. And yeah, good. Just a tiny bit of sand in the bottom of this. So take this and try to pour it off into the tumbler. Okay, here's all those rocks that I want to polish. And the shells. Shells only stay in there about, depends, anywhere from 6 to 24 hours. Here's our next step in the cleaning process. So anything that has some algae on it, or well, the only downside of this method is it takes a while. I have to, you know, what did it say, 300 seconds, so I have to kind of nurse the thing as it goes along, but still, good system. As you can see, it's no problem to just stick your hand in and check the glass. And I don't know if the camera can focus on that, but it is much cleaner. I really don't have to do anything else to it. It's ready to go. Just like that. It's magic. Alright, next step, gotta get it dry. And I'm gonna sort it again as I dry it, looking for any piece that might need a little more cleaning. Because sometimes as they start to dry out, you find out that, hey, that does have algae on it. Maybe I want to clean it a little better. See this little bit of edge right there? Once it's dry, it'll be obvious that it's cooked enough, but when it's wet, it looks like it might be sharp. But clearly it's not. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, there's some algae. See, you can't see it unless it's starting to dry out a little bit. The sea glass, when it's fully dry, if there's a little bit of hidden algae on it, it smells like dog feet. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Old Fritos. And so when I'm digging through the bins of sea glass looking for a certain color upstairs in the studio, but I always end up with this weird smell in my hands. It smells just like Fritos, like old Fritos. I mean, like dog feet. And that's the algae. It's not growing anymore, but it's still there. Talking because I can always crop it out. Okay, here's my next step. I have to spread this sea glass out. So now I'll spread the glass out so it dries. Okay, now it dries. Oh wow, that's so pretty. I mean, that's gorgeous. It's like a light gray. I don't know if you can see that. It's one of the rarer colors, gray. That's a light gray too. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Because of its shape, I'll probably put it on a sun catcher. Drill the hole right up here at the top. There's my friend, the piece of tile. This would make a nice pendant. It's very nicely shaped. Absolutely grade A, no chips, nothing. Okay. Okay, here's some of the pieces fresh out of the cleaner. And as you can see, they're definitely better. You have to put them against something white to really see them. That's why I use white bowls. Okay, so now it's got to dry. And because I have cats, I'll have to protect it. I'm gonna go outside and get a bin real quick to put it in.